everyone. I didn't vlog today. It was a rough day. So instead of vlogging, I'm going to do like a little podcast for you, like a little mini podcast. This isn't going to be very edited. It's just going to be me with a tiny little microphone and a tiny little tortilla blanket. So it's Tiny Talks with Tortilla, Colleen. I don't know. We need to think of a name because I have a feeling that this is going to be happening a lot as I get more pregnant. I just couldn't vlog today. I had a really rough day pregnancy wise. So it just didn't happen. And now I'm like, oh, but I don't want to not vlog. Like I want to talk to them because I like talking to you guys. So I thought I would just come up here and pull out my weird little tiny microphone and chat with you guys about a couple things and answer some of your questions because I asked you to ask me questions on Twitter. So that's what we're doing tonight. So if that interests you, stick around. If this is boring to you, I understand because it would be boring to me too. I'm boring myself right now. Today, first let me just tell you about my day. I don't know why I decided to use this microphone. It seems kind of pointless, but I just felt like I needed it to be like official. If I was going to do like a podcast, I wanted to set up my podcast mics downstairs and do this downstairs, but like I was too tired. And then I remembered I had this little microphone that I sometimes use for Miranda. And I was like, I can use that tiny little microphone and just sit in my office. So here we go. So I don't want to talk about my day too much, but I was very nauseous today. That's all I can say. Like I was just extremely nauseous and felt achy and uncomfortable. And that unfortunately happens to me. My second trimester with Flynn and my second trimester this time have proven to be not normal second trimesters. Most women with their second trimester feel happy and they're glowing and they have energy and they feel like a goddess and they just love being pregnant and they feel the best they've ever felt in their life and blah, 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 blah. That's not my experience. That's not how I have pregnancies, I guess. So I felt just as nauseous today as I did through a lot of my first trimester for really no reason. Like I just was really nauseous and really sick and could barely do anything. And then I went to put Flynn down for his nap and I fell asleep before Flynn, like in Flynn's bed. I passed out and I woke up 2 hours later, which is not like me. So I think today my body just was making something epic for those twins. I don't know what it was making, but it was making something really cool in the twins. So yeah, it was a miserable day and I didn't want to vlog. I just felt like crap. But now that it's midnight, I'm feeling a little bit better. And I was like, I'm just going to go to sit and chat. This isn't a long edited vlog. We're just going to sit and chat, y'all. There are a couple things I wanted to talk about first before I answered some of your questions. One was I wanted to bring this up. Does anyone else get like the most vivid memories from your childhood from smells and tastes? Because I do. Like if you ask me to remember something, I won't remember it. Like I have the worst memory in the world. Like my whole family makes fun of me for it. Like I don't remember anything ever. Like I literally don't remember what I did yesterday. I'm really bad with my memory. For some reason, smells and tastes like trigger the most vivid memories from my childhood. And I think that's normal for everyone. I think everyone's like that. But the reason I'm asking that is because today I found these sour sugar straws. They're so yummy. They're these candies, but I found them, they're like bite-sized pieces, which I think is genius because the sour sugar straw thingies that I would get as a kid, you have to like open one end of the package and it was like open. And if you didn't eat all of them, they would get stale. But if you ate them all, you get really sick. So they have these little packages of like little mini bites of them now. And I saw them and I was craving something sour, I guess. And I was like, I'm going to get those. And I got them and I was eating them. And my brain just was flooded with memories of going to my sister's softball games when I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, like sitting in the stands of my sister's softball games, eating those. Cause that's what I would buy at like the little concession stand every time. And I just like had all these memories flood into my brain, but like I haven't thought about my sister's softball games ever. I just don't ever think about those. And it made me think about how like taste and smell trigger the most intense memories. And I was wondering if it was like that for anyone else. I think everyone's like that. But if it's not a taste or a smell, like, and you just ask me to remember something, I probably won't. I have really bad memory. That was really random, but I was just thinking about that. I had other things I was going to bring up right now, but now I don't remember what any of them were. So I'm just going to answer your questions. So on Twitter, I said, what should we discuss tonight? Let's answer those questions. Shiloh said, are you still trying to convince Eric about another cat? I ask Eric like almost every day if we can get a kitten, and he's still not on board. So I'm just waiting for him to get on board. But the other night he tricked me and he was like, you know what, Colleen? We can get another cat. And I was like, what? And he was like, you can get a kitten. And I was like, you're lying. You're joking. He's like, no, you can have a kitten. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. you can get a kitten as long as we kill one of our other cats. And I was like, shut up, you jerk. So that's his new thing, is he like tells me that he's like totally on board with getting a kitten. And then he'll say some like insane, obviously not going to happen stipulation in order to get the kitten. So that's annoying. And I just remembered one of the things I was going to talk about, because that question was about Eric. Last night, there was a new episode of Good Trouble. And I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but that's the TV show that my husband is on. He like has like a kissing scene in it, and then he had like another scene in it with another girl where he like is gonna kiss her, pushes her hair back, it's like all romantic. It was weird. It's never weird because I never watch, because he's had to kiss a lot of like, he's an actor, like he has to like, he did a scene in Lucifer where he was like naked with like naked girls next to him like on his arms, like, and I was just kind of like, oh, that's kind of weird, whatever. Like I don't get super jealous, but it was like the first time, and I think it's because I'm like so emotional and insecure right now because of my pregnancy. That's just how I get like really emotional. My mental health like just gets so bad and I'm just a mess. And so I like watched it and I was like, I kind of couldn't look. Like I kind of was like, I don't want to look at it, which is so weird because I'm usually not like that. So I was thinking about doing like a reacting video to it, because I've done reaction videos to his like kissing scenes and like intense scenes like that in the past on YouTube. But this one I was like, I think just because of my state of mind right now, like it's so weird to watch him do that because I'm just like insecure and like just not feeling my best. I just feel like ugly and gross. And so I was like, I couldn't watch it. I was kind of like, I loved the episode and like I thought he was awesome in it, but I just really couldn't look at that part. I was like, anyway, I don't know why I wanted to say it. I think just because like it was weird to like watch. It was the first time it was like weird to watch him do that. I don't know why, but anyway. Alyssa said, what are some of your favorite funny family stories that get told over and over again when you all get together? So there's a lot of these, but I think the first thing that pops in my mind is one that happened at my mom's house. We used to always have like big family get-togethers at my mom's house, and we have like a barbecue and whatever. I'll have to burp. I don't want to do it into the microphone. It was like a burp slash I have to sneeze slash I'm just a mess, guys. So we always have like family barbecues in my parents' backyard, and there was one time we were eating hot dogs. This was years ago, like so long ago, and we're all like sitting around like the bonfire, just sitting in the backyard. I don't know, but I took a bite of the hot dog, and for some reason I didn't like it. Like there was something hard in the hot dog, or just something tasted weird. I don't remember, but I spit it out in my hand, like chewed hot dog, and tried to throw it over the fence behind me. It slapped against the fence right behind me and stuck to it, and it was so disgusting. My whole family just like started laughing hysterically. We're all like that. So I was like laughing, so I was like crying. Like it was so gross but so funny, and everyone was like, clean that off, and I was like, no. I like didn't want to, because it was just so funny. And everyone still brings that up. Like we still talk about that a lot. We talk about one time when we had a bonfire at my parents' house, there was a spider on my phone, and my reaction was to not like swat the spider off my phone. It was to throw my phone in the fire. Like my phone ended up in the fireplace, and then like I can't remember if it was Eric or Andrew, someone had to like get my phone out of the fire pit. But we have a lot of weird funny family stories that get told over and over, and they're usually about me being an idiot. I don't know how to say her name, I'm so sorry. And Nellie's maybe said, how's your dermatillomania since this pregnancy has started? So much better. Dermatillomania is my skin picking disorder. I hate it. It kind of goes like up and down like your whole life. So my whole life I've struggled with it, but I never knew it was like a real issue, because it was just like, it was never that bad. Like it never interfered with my life that much. Like it was just something I did, and people are always like, oh, you're stressed because you're biting your skin or your nails or whatever. And then during the pandemic and postpartum after Flynn, when I like got anxiety and all that stuff, like postpartum anxiety, that's when it got really bad, and it just like came out worse. Since I've been pregnant, I was so tired. I was too tired to do it. Like my body physically was too tired to do it, like all the skin picking, and it allowed my skin to heal, so that I still do it, but not as much as I used to, and it's not hindering me from walking anymore, which is great. I was limping for like over a year, like maybe it was like 2 years straight of just limping because my feet were so disgustingly like ripped to shreds, and it was really embarrassing, and I hated it and cried about it almost every day. I did a whole video on dermatillomania, by the way, right before I announced I was pregnant, so if you guys are interested in what I'm talking about, you can watch that, because I don't want to get into it here, but it's so much better. And it doesn't mean that I am cured from it, because there's no cure for dermatillomania. It's something you live with your whole life, and you will probably like struggle with it on and off your whole life. I know that while I'm pregnant, it is like too hard for me and I am too exhausted and too tired to do it. And my brain is so focused on other things. So it's something I feel like I'm going to really have to look out for during postpartum, because that's when it got really bad last time. So it's good right now, which is great. And I actually was going through my phone the other day, like looking for old videos and stuff. And I found an old video that I had taken myself of my feet, just to show myself what I had done to my feet. And I like, you can hear me crying in the video and just like, stop doing this to yourself. Like, stop, look what you're doing to yourself. Please stop doing this. Look how bad it is. Like talking to me, thinking that I could watch that video and like, it would encourage me to stop doing it. I never watched it again until today. I watched it today and I like almost cried, because I would never show this video to you. That's how gruesome my feet looked. They had no skin on them. Like, it was really gross. And yes, I'm using the word gross because that is how I feel about me and my experience with my dermatillomania. I'm not talking about it as a whole or anyone else out there. I'm talking about how I felt. It was really cool to see that like, that's not what my feet look like anymore. They're still not pretty, but it's not like that. And I can walk on them now, which is nice. So anyway, Monica asked, have you filmed my video? She's talking about the VIP videos for the live show. If people got VIP tickets, they get like a little personalized video from me. Yes, I have filmed yours, Monica. I remember because you reminded me of your Twitter name and I recognized you anyway. I have filmed yours. I have filmed a lot of them, but I have been stunted from continuing to film because the app is broken on my phone. So we're trying to get it fixed so that I can finish these VIP videos, but I've done most of them. So I've seen a lot of your guys' videos to me and I have responded and it's been really fun. So thank you. What is something funny that Flynn did today? Oh my gosh, he's always doing something funny. We were in his fort, which he calls a forest. We were making dinner and he said he was going to make me dinner and he made me ice cream and he handed it to me and he said, be careful, mama. It's very hot. It's too hot. You have to blow on it. But it was ice cream. I thought that was very cute. He also got a new little car, a tiny little like Hot Wheels size car, and it was green. And he said, what's its name? I was like, I don't know. And had 86 on the side. So I was like, 86. He's like, 86? I was like, yeah. He goes, And he just stared at it and he goes, no, mama. Its name is Chicken. I was like, Chicken? He's like, yes, this is Chicken. And then he started talking to it. He's like, hi, Chicken. But the cutest was that he did the voice back to himself. Like he now does voices of all his toys. So he's like, hi, Chicken, how are you? And then he was like, oh, hi, I'm Chicken. And it had like the deepest, manliest voice. It was very cute. I don't know. I could literally say anything Flynn said today and it was funny to me. So Isabel said, what has gotten you through pregnancy so far? Is there something certain that you literally can't live without? There's a lot of things that have gotten me through pregnancy so far. Like, for example, my pregnancy pillow, my doctors. Oh my God, my doctors. Like, I'm so grateful for my doctors. My IV treatments, like, I'm so grateful and lucky that I have those. And like my doctor that listens to me, my mom, like helping out so much with Flynn, my husband for taking over more of the responsibilities since I've been so sick. Kory, Desoto, holy smokes. He runs out and gets my food cravings and has just been there through all my meltdowns and just so all of that. But I think the number one thing that has gotten me through my pregnancy is Flynn. Like, honestly, like, because even on my worst days when I'm feeling my absolute most garbage, when I'm feeling really low, Flynn always makes me laugh. He always makes me smile. He always makes me feel loved. Especially like this afternoon when we woke up from his nap, I woke up like maybe 10 minutes before him and I was just like looking at my phone, and then like he woke up and turned over and he saw me that I was like in bed with him because I'd fallen asleep there, and he kind of cuddles into me and he goes, I love you, mama. He's just like the sweetest little guy. He's just like the most loving, caring, most amazing person. Like even today, like Kory was coloring with him. He did the same thing to Kory. Like they were just coloring and they're kind of coloring in silence after a minute. And then Flynn just goes, I love you, Coco. He's just so sweet. And then Eric said he did the same thing to him. They were outside in the front yard looking at the garbage trucks and he like said, I love you, Dad, and put his head on his shoulder. Like he's just like, he wants everyone to know that he loves them and he encourages them. Like when Kory and Flynn were coloring, Kory like colored in a truck and he was like, that's really good, Coco. That looks really nice. That's really good, Coco. That's really good. Like he's like encouraging and sweet and wants to share. He is literally an angel and he makes me so happy. Like if I did not have Flynn, well, first of all, I would never be pregnant again because I hated my first pregnancy, but Flynn is so awesome that I was like, I can have more of these. Like Flynn's the coolest person I've ever known. Like, okay, I'll go through misery for 10 months to like meet another person person like Flynn, then I got pregnant, and it's been really hard and really awful. And I think that's the biggest difference between my last pregnancy and this one, is that it's going by a lot faster because of Flynn, because I'm so busy, like, because I'm a mom. And also he brings me joy in times where I feel like there's no joy. So he's amazing. What else was I going to say? Oh, a lot of people ask the question, like, how do I think Flynn's going to be as a big brother? Or like, how much does Flynn understand about being a big brother? Like, stuff like that. Flynn doesn't understand what a big brother is. Like, he's 2.5. I think he understands as much as he can, but he's never had a little brother. He's never had a big brother. And that concept just is kind of lost on him. He knows there's babies in my tummy. He knows there's a boy and a girl, and he knows that they're going to come out of my tummy someday and they're going to live with us. But that's kind of as far as he knows. He doesn't understand the concept of a brother or a sister. He knows all that. And a lot of people are asking, like, how do I think he'll be as a brother? I'm going to be completely honest. I think the transition is going to be very hard for him. And I think it's going to be very hard for me too. I think it'll be hard for our whole family for multiple reasons, but we are such hands-on helicopter parents. Like, we are with Flynn 24/7, playing with him, talking with him, learning with him, laughing with him. I mean, he has our attention 24/7, and he likes it that way. And we do too. I really think that transition might be difficult for him. I don't know. I hope not. But I think it's going to be hard for him to see that mommy is cuddling 2 new people, and mommy's got to do more stuff with those babies. And, so I'm planning on trying to include him as much as possible in everything, like that I need his help. And like, can you help me with this? Can you help me get diapers? You're such an amazing big brother. You're so sweet. Like, just planning on asking him for help as much as possible and including him in everything with the twins as much as possible, as opposed to being like, mommy can't do that right now. She has to be with the babies. Like, even being pregnant, I'm trying not to use that kind of language with him. So like, if he wants me to pick him up, I physically can't right now. It's painful for me. I don't say like, no, mommy can't because I'm pregnant with babies. I say like, oh, my arms are a little ouchy right now because you're so big and strong. Like, I try to change the wording. There was one time I was feeling sick or something. I don't know. There's something that was going on and I couldn't play with him. I said, what would really help? Instead of being like, no, I can't play with you because I'm pregnant, because the twins. I just don't want the twins to come into the world and him already be resenting them, I said, can you sing them a song? Can you help me? I need your help. The twins need your help. They really want to hear you sing a song. And he sang them the ABCs. And I was like, they loved it. And I mess up. Like, there's times where I'm like, I don't feel good. I'm pregnant. Like, I'm not saying that I'm like this amazing person who just uses the best terminology. Like, I'm a human and I mess up sometimes, but like, I do think that transition is going to be difficult because he's used to one-on-one time with mommy and daddy, and now it's going to transition to there's 2 more babies here and it's going to be difficult. However, I think that once we're used to be like, we become a family of 5 and we're used to that, I think he's going to be the most incredible brother, because he already is the most incredible person ever. Like, like I just mentioned, like, he loves to share. He likes to make sure everyone feels included. He wants everyone to feel loved. He loves to play, and I think he's going to be so excited to be a brother and to play with them and to help them and to love them. Like, he's going to be so good at it. I just think the transition is going to be difficult. I mean, I'm going to have to be at the hospital for 3 days without Flynn, and that will be the longest I've ever been away from Flynn. So like, it's going to start off harder. That's going to be very hard for him and for me. So, but I'm excited about it, but I'm just being honest with you guys about it. So anyways, I'm running out of room on my SD card, so I should probably go. What do you guys think of this little tortilla talk time with Colleen, our little tortilla podcast? I'm saying tortilla because I'm wearing a tortilla blanket. Just because there's going to be a lot of days where I'm feeling too sick to vlog, and there's most of those days I'll probably just not vlog and just be like, hey guys, I'm not vlogging today. But if I, at the end of the day, want to do something, how do you guys feel about these like kind of more unedited, just like freely talking moments? How do we feel? I love you all so much. Thanks for your patience. It's now the weekend, so most likely won't be vlogging. But I will be seeing my family on Sunday, so I'm really excited to see my family. And yeah, I love you all so much. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you not tomorrow, but maybe the next day.
You can relax. Colleen and Eric have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.